got an opportunity again to get on the field with a quality football team and make a statement about our football team. This is a team that in 6 years, we've split with. They've actually won the last 2 times they were here. So we feel enormously challenged. I'm going to be working hard to make sure our players understand the quality of the football team we're playing. They're in the top 25 in the country. I don't know exactly where after this week's games, but you know, it goes back really to Coach Spoo and the quality program that he's created there, his longevity, and you're looking at a football program that's got 3 NFL head coaches, 2 of the best right now, undefeated in the NFL, at the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. They played and coached there, along with Mike Shanahan. You know, a Peyton Award winner and the best young quarterback in the NFL, some would say. This is a school with great football tradition. They've won the league many times, represented the league in the playoffs, many more. And we're an upstart against what they represent. We're still an upstart program, and we have to carry we have to carry an attitude into this football game. We've had a week off. I thought we were playing with a lot of momentum early, or before the open week. But it was all, quite honestly, we are a talented team, and we know how to play the game. But really, more than anything else, it was a matter of focus. And you know, that's the challenge for our football team. The week should have helped us. It should have allowed us to get healed up. But it could have allowed us to become arrogant and lose our purpose too. And I really don't expect that to be the case. We worked very hard before they left for the weekend. So, you know, I do expect us, honestly, I do expect us to pick right back up where we left off. But I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to be diligent in the expectation that is required to, you know, to do that. They have a quarterback, Jake Christensen, who, and somebody will have to back this up, but from my understanding, led an Iowa team to a Big Ten team, Iowa to a bowl game in his sophomore year, and got beat out somewhere along the line, or maybe it was his junior year, and decided to play he graduated early and decided to play his last year at Eastern Illinois. They have a running back. Actually, their top 2 running backs, Mon Williams and Siobhan Walker, both transferred from the University of Florida. I know this, any running back signs with the University of Florida, these are recent signees, both of them are juniors. You know, they usually get who they want. Defensively, they've always been a very tough football team on us. I think I don't think we've ever really had what you'd call a good day offensively against them. So, but I do think we're playing better right now in a lot of ways than we've ever played. So, you know, this should be with Ryan and quarterbacking us, and a Big Ten quarterbacking them. I think it offers opportunity for a very exciting game for the fans for homecoming. I still think both of us together are still trying to catch up with the impression the band has been making. And I told Ken Bodiford this Sunday after the game. I don't think I've ever heard more comments about anything around the football game like I heard last week about our halftime performance. It moved a lot of people. disappointed I didn't get a chance to see it. But we'll have the crowd back. We'll have ex-players back. We'll have people from around the country that have been gone a long time that want to come back and have a positive experience on this weekend. People, quite honestly, from any decade that we're used to winning, because we have been a winning program in every decade, a championship program in every decade. So, no matter which decade they come from, they don't expect to see anything different here than it was when they left. A great band, a football team that takes pride in playing in front of its alumni. Maybe we'll have a beautiful day for it and bring out the value that it represents.
Is this the Eastern Illinois people? Are they the most the team that you're most competitive with in the league? Because you've been 2 out of 3, I think, with Martin, and Eastern Kentucky's got a block of games like that with you. But does EK or Eastern Illinois separate?
I think, and I'm not disrespecting Eastern Kentucky here, because I think their tradition probably over a period of time is probably unmatched in 1AA, to be honest with you. But since we've been in the league, I don't think there's any question that they've been, the team that's pointed. We probably pointed out more than any other, and I think we're the team they pointed at more than any other. I think it's a two-way street now.
Style of play,
yeah, style of play. I mean, we came in and we matched up really what we were doing to make sure it matched up against them. We changed our defense coming into this league.
Because of that?
Because they had set the tone for the style of play in the league, so you could say probably more for them.
Not to play against, you didn't change your defense to play against them. You just changed your defense to the style
of
play.
They played. It's like when Spurrier came to Florida, now with Urban and Florida, people tend to move towards those trends, and they had created with Romo. They had created a style of play with multiple wideouts and no backs, and the best thing to line up against that was a 3-4. We had been a 4-man front. We went to a 3-4 just to be able to match up against all that. So yeah, and they've turned around and pointed back at us. I'll be honest with you, and I can say that because they hired a guy that had coached for me. It was a good friend of mine, coached for me at Arkansas. To come in there and be their assistant head coach. He's not there now, but I know that these two programs have pointed to each other. Now, don't take that too far, and Coach Spoo probably wouldn't make a comment like that. He's a little more guarded than I am, I think. But yeah, it's a benchmark game, if you want to call it that. That's what I call it.
Them above the other two.
I would say, just because when we got in the league, they were the team. I think they'd won it two years in a row, and they've won it a couple of years when we hadn't won it, or Eastern Kentucky. Where if it hadn't been us and them, it's been them and Eastern Kentucky. I don't think they've been out of the race but 1 year in the 6 years we've been in it at the end. And this team is too.
I asked you this last week when you were tied for the league lead.